Ninja Brand Parkour Gym just outside of Denver, Colorado. Coming at you to let you guys know that I'll be judging flow for the Tampa Bay Finals for the USA Parkour competition coming January 26th and 27th in 2019. Stutter steps and step backs. A stutter step is going to be any time that you're fidgeting or unsure of your motion, and a step back is any time that you set your body in a position and step back before throwing that technique, okay? Step backs aren't going to be the worst thing in the world. I'm just going to make a little tally, and as they add up, if they're in excess, I will be docking you a point or maybe a half point depending on how well you're doing and how many steps you're taking. So when you're creating your run, if you have a plan, you shouldn't be stuttering, you shouldn't be pausing, and you shouldn't have to worry about this. Step backs happen, and if you have 1 or 2 in your run, you won't have any deductions on your course, but if you do like 5, you're probably going to have a point or 2 deducted. Pausing. Pausing and waiting is going to be really important when it comes to flow because we want to see your run at its finest and at its best. We want you to show us that you can connect all of your moves. If you're pausing, if you're waiting, and you're running across the gym or you're just not utilizing the space, I'm going to call it as a waiting, and for every second, you're going to lose a point. So if you need to do your bar move, say you do a flyway off of the bar and land, and then you run all the way across the course to, say, do a wall trick that you could have done somewhere much closer, or that you could have put something in that space, I'll be counting that as seconds that are wasted or paused. Chalking and wiping your feet. Chalking is going to be super important when you guys are on the bars. If your hands are getting sweaty, you know, you guys are going to be running around and you're going to be, well, honestly, probably a little stressed out because you're competing on a national stage. So when keeping that in mind, safety is our priority and safety should be your priority. We want your hands to be dry and we want your feet to be dry. So please make sure that you are taking the necessary precautions so that your run is safe, but try and do as much as you can at the beginning of your run to mitigate any kind of problems during your run. For instance, if you're going to be using chalk, put a little bit of chalk on your hands before you run so that you have that there. And if you need some, make sure that the chalk is near where you're going to use them. If you run all the way across the arena to put chalk on your hands, run all the way back to a bar, I'm going to have to dock you for wasting that time in between. But if you make sure that that chalk is right next to that bar, right before you run, you can quickly put a little bit of chalk on your hands to dry them and then get back on that bar. When it comes to your shoes and slipping, everybody's shoes are going to have some kind of malfunction. That's okay. Things are going to feel a little funky. If they feel funky, dry your shoes off. We want you guys to feel safe. Go ahead and get those feet set. Try and do that at the beginning of the run so that you're not doing it a ton during your run. I'm going to, for a benchmark, say that everybody can wipe their feet once without me even batting an eye. If you wipe your feet in the middle of your run, don't worry about it. If you're wiping your feet 2, 3, 4 times, I may be docking half points here or a half point there. Preparation for flow. Preparation is going to be key for this flow score, so please make sure that you guys know your runs, you have your setups, you know what you're going to do, and you know what your equipment is doing. If you're having a shoe malfunction, make sure that you do everything that you can to make sure that that shoe is in order and ready for your run. If your hands are getting sweaty, make sure that you have chalk on your hands and ready to go, and make sure, please, to plan your lines. The number one point that I'm going to have to deduct is going to be people who don't have a run planned. When you start ad-libbing is usually when I have to start deducting points. Please, please, please plan your runs. Please be safe, train safe. I want everybody to have a wonderful run at Tampa Bay. If you guys are looking for the other judges' videos, we will try and do our best to link those below in the doobly-doo. Bob Reese is going to be judging difficulty. So make sure that you check out his Instagram, his YouTube. That way you know what he is judging and how he's going to be looking at difficulty. Vinnie Coryell is going to be judging execution. Matheny is going to be judging versatility. And of course, check out the USA Parkour Instagram and YouTube pages for all of this information. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed it, and we hope that you guys are all ready and excited for Tampa Bay. If you like this video and would like to see more of our adventures, please subscribe below.